Cape Town contributes a large part towards the success of Design Indaba. In terms of numbers, it's amazing what's happening here at the foot of Africa. For the Expo, we had 20,755 visitors. We had 2,664 delegates, making it the biggest multidisciplinary design conference in the world. This was rated one of the best design Indabas ever. Part of what we're wanting to do at Design Indaba is to take you on this whistle-stop tour that really gives you some kind of an idea as to the zeitgeist, the sign of the times. Great that you're all here. Welcome. We're going to have a great week together.
We're really committed to Design Indaba. I'm hoping that Design Indaba will grow to see the next 10 years coming up.
By the powers vested upon me today, I declare this Design Indaba open. Enjoy.
Look at this. A film where women eat men and men eat ham. As I said, there's not a category in the thing I do. It just goes with the flow. It goes with conversations and it goes with meeting people.
Inspiration, I think, can be found in very, very mundane places and mundane objects.
What is notable about this as a conference is the spirit, which is something I associate with South Africa.
This particular piece of software has the incredible bold promise on it. Never be stuck for a new idea. You have one idea, you have another idea, and you piece them together, you get a new idea.
Lots of other people working in different ways, doing brilliant work, and you think, well, that's good, and that's great. You know, people are working very differently to us.
A lot of design is all about communication. So in fact, to me, the head is actually more important than the hand.
So professional and I'm learning and inspired. So I like it very much.
If you have a system or a studio or a brand or a company or a friendship that allows you to be a bit chaotic, break a lot of rules, don't be afraid to make yourself look like a complete arse, which you did, then you'll be all right. Obviously, we're not going to end because we stole the end board from the man who sits at the front, so you can forget leaving.
It's a time to kind of spend away from, work and come to a conference where, as well as being a speaker, you enjoy, the content which is going on as well.
For the first time, I got up, noticed the horizon.
We have selected this as our Grand Prize, our Grand Prix.
We will continue to be with Design Indaba going into the future, and we do see it as an important annual function.
Sort of get just this whole amalgamation of creative minds. You should kind of come up and top up your inspiration.
I think the Indaba is one of the best things I've been to. Seriously, I don't lie. People would know that.
The masterclass today is about saying, how do we bring what we do in terms of broadcasting as a subject into Design Indaba?
I just found the whole thing totally inspiring because we had one completely different creative person speaking after another.
Sunday Times is involved in the Design Indaba as a media sponsor.
I went in today and saw 3 lectures that inspired me more than anything I've seen in the last 6 months, and they were nothing to do with advertising.
I always thought the things that make these conferences really great is not just the list of speakers, but the people that show up, and the people that are here are obviously really enthusiastic.
It's my 3rd Indaba, and it's been just as great as every year.
I came thinking I'm not going to spend the whole time in an air-conditioned conference hall, and I'm thinking actually I really don't want to miss any of these.
Best service in the world, greatest atmosphere, everybody's relaxed.
It has been a great day.
Design Indaba just shares the same philosophy, trying to inspire a new generation of designers.
This is either the best or one of the very best design conferences in the world, and it is
truthfully slightly surprising that it should come from South Africa, because you don't associate South Africa with the centre of the design world. What I wanted to talk about today a bit was this issue of the nation and the brand, and the nation as a brand.
What is quintessentially South African, and how do we serve it up to an international audience through FanFest 210 as an experience-based event?
If there's one thing on this planet that has the power to bind people together, it is football. 34 countries, 6 billion people, 12 billion eyes, one team.
Yeah, this will be the first designer World Cup in the world. We want to truly make it a designer World Cup in 2010. Thank you.
There's still enough people alive that can tell the stories that the digital phones won because the bosses who liked the analog phones died, and the new bosses were like the digital phones, and then we have the internet. Now you talk around the world.
Unlike advertising, we're not trying to bring a viewer to any particular point of view. We're trying to create a kind of open dialogue.
It's just about ideas, really, no matter what you feel.
It's really nice to be able to talk, all four of us, and to divide all the projects and show that we're really working as a collaborative.
It's not everything. As a matter of fact, you know, we hardly buy anything anymore.
The young people, that they want to be different in order to be noticed.
Which water shall I buy? And I said, I don't know. He was bewildered by product.
The simulcast helps us in getting the spillover, largely for the youngsters.
I expected a lot of inspiration, so I wanted to absorb from the other great designers.
I really loved the talks, and I just found it quite inspiring.
No, I'm actually quite surprised by it's like a little community here.
I don't like parties very much, but I do love conversations, and I found a lot of good conversations here. There were a lot of people who, like me, had the idea that a great evening was sitting down and talking to someone for 2 or 3 hours.
So without further ado, I'd like to switch to the device.
Speakers get as much out of Indaba as the audience do, because, like I said, the level of conversations that speakers have amongst themselves and with people like me, it literally doesn't happen anywhere else at any other time of the year.
I'm sure I'm going to say the same as everybody else. It's been enormously inspirational.
I do believe in a global life, but not in global design. I do think every country, every person has to do a very specific thing and grow from that.
You could feel the enormous power of design in South Africa. Speakers from all over the world. Enthusiasm in the audience. It's amazing.
This particular 10 by 10 project really does give an opportunity to design and build something really meaningful.
Living in South Africa, it's very hard to ignore the pain and suffering that we are faced with on a daily basis. And how can I not design with a conscience?
I see designers being able to influence society to a far greater degree than everyone ever dreamed possible.
The world needs creative people who are willing to tackle these kinds of problems with the skills and insights and creativity that you have.
And when you think of Milton Glaser yesterday, is how much experience matters.
What I'd like to do is tell you everything I know.
This afternoon I want to speak about design and emotion because these have been inextricably linked with my design career. This is a serious international conference, and it's just fabulous that it's in Cape Town.
They've done an amazing job of building the profile of the Indaba over the years.
I think Indaba is very interesting because Indaba is concentrating on diversity of design.
We are from the other part of the world. We want to see what is different in creativities between two different kinds of people.
Designers really talked about the need to figure out solutions, that to be a holistic approach, and you're not just, doing making things pretty.
I don't know how Ravi does it, but he always sort of makes a very interesting casting of people.
It's a knockout to sit for 3 days in a darkened room talking to amazingly top-notch people.
I don't come out of my box to do symposia or conferences very often, but the offer this time is very persuasive. It's such a huge event with so many wonderful designers.
People are really engaged afterwards and talking about the issues and things what they get. And you also feel that the people in the audience, they like it very much.
It's really been very rich in content, and the diversity of different industries is not just about design, it's about social upliftment, all kinds of aspects of how human life is affected by design.
This was the perfect place to come and not only be in a beautiful environment, but also just to see all of the amazing design.
It was our 10th Design Indaba. I was absolutely amazed as to how truly global Design Indaba has become.
I think the Indaba thing was just fantastic. Because at the end of the day, it's more than a conference. You know, you're here in this beautiful land, sharing also with the professionals you know about.
What is interesting is what comes after. You know, the interactions, the associations, the 10 by 10s, the projects that come after.
It's been great. I mean, I had no idea what to expect. It's been a surprise.
I think being together here, where everybody's out of their normal sort of business as usual mode, it really makes for an amazing exchange.
It's been the most inspiring, wide range of thinking people. I think I'd say it's like the best conference I've been to for at least 10 years.
People expect for a historic event something extra special, and we spent a lot of time in curating a program that we think had a bit of everything. We don't let grass grow under our feet, and we're constantly looking for new opportunities, and we are probably going to be exploring some in the future, maybe in retail, as well as maybe taking a bit of the Design Indaba experience internationally.
Thanks for hooking this thing up.
The Expo is probably a manifestation of the growth of the South African design industry.
Indaba, hey, Indaba. Indaba.
Just walking around on the floor, you can see how incredible the buzz is, how much the public are engaging with what they're seeing here. I can tell you that we had 109 new exhibitors we've never had before. There are 260 exhibitors on the floor, and we sold out for the first time in our history.
What's happening is that there's a bigger base in this country right now of people doing great work.
Normally I would choose by the heart, and then it's easy. When you say someone is very beautiful, you just say, this is the most beautiful thing, and it's easy.
Applicator, which won this year's Most Beautiful Object in South Africa award, which is presented by the Department of Arts and Culture, is Rolf Mulder from ... XYZ.
It's fantastic to be nominated and to win this award.
And we are seriously committed to remaining a partner with the Design Indaba and the Expo in years to come.
So what the Expo has added is that's brought the balance back to the concept of an Indaba as a two-way discussion.
The best stand for Design Indaba Expo 2007 is Afro Coffee.
But it's a massive honor because I think the quality of the stands this year are brilliant. It makes a big difference to what we're trying to achieve here.
Design Indaba is one of those places that really gives you good showcasing spaces.
Well, we decided that the conventional fashion show was rather staid and that we were going to pioneer a new form, and we blended theatre, dance, fashion, visual art and performance into a new form that puts fashion in an entirely new light. This show really differentiates us from what anyone else in the country is doing. I think it's spectacular.
The one area where we could become a niche player or a market player is in the area of design. And that's why we're involved in this, the Design Indaba.
It's part of our mandate to support the creative industries because we think it's one of the industries where there is enough room for growth.
I think this Design Indaba has touched a new high in terms of its economic impact and its ability to create jobs and generate sales for the South African designers.
There are 137 buyers who have registered to attend the Design Indaba Expo. 70 of them are international buyers. This is extremely significant.
Of course, they're here to find out something unique to South Africa. And I think we are winning now.
European market and the American market is too boring for us, so maybe we can find new things in South Africa.
A lot of things, quite different contemporary things, and we are selling all over the world, and only on South African products.
Often my work is about innovations, using materials in different ways or old techniques to make new things.
Design Indaba Expo is the premier design event, I think, in the world. Buyers together with designers in the same place, and it's a great, great opportunity.
Basically, we're looking for products that are made in South Africa, designed here, produced here, using the raw materials that are found here. So this is the great place to come to find all of that. So, and we've not been disappointed.
Everything that we're perhaps benefiting from Design Indaba in the year 2007 was